Hey, it's Jones Loflin. Welcome to Insights from the Jones Zone, where I give you a way to master your week in 3 minutes or less. Let me ask you a question. Let's say one day that you're focusing on this really important task, you're making great progress, and all of a sudden you get interrupted. Maybe somebody comes into your workspace, your phone rings, some notifications happen, you think about something that drags you out of that focus point. How long does it take you to get back to that same level of focus? The University of California Irvine study asked that question, and guess what they found? It takes about 23 minutes and 15 seconds to return to the level of focus you had before the interruption. That's a huge cost to productivity in your day. And what's even worse, it's not just the time you lose, it's how you work once you've had that interruption. You get more frantic, you get in more of a rush, you make more mistakes, you don't do the same level of quality of work. And so it has all kinds of costs associated with it when you get interrupted. How do you manage that, or how do you deal with those elephants? Well, here are 3 quick suggestions. Number 1, create the environment where you're less likely to be interrupted. Maybe it's location, maybe it's what you get set up before you start, maybe it's where you put your devices before you get ready to work. But think about, what's the environment I could create that would make me less likely to be interrupted. Secondly, try a technique like the Pomodoro technique, where you set a timer for a certain amount of time and you set boundaries that you say, I'm going to focus on this till that timer goes off, and then you would allow yourself to be interrupted by an external or even an internal distraction. Finally, if one of those 2 doesn't work, try the idea of recovering more quickly from the interruption or the distraction. Don't just try to jump back into the work. Stand up for a moment and take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Just kind of transition from the distraction you just had to the work that now needs to be done, so you can more fully focus on it for the period of time that you'd like to work on it. This is Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you where you lose less time to interrupted work. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.